Stu, you got left. Which one left? Have you got the blonde or the brown?
Have we? Wait. Oh no! The bottom's different.
Oh shit!
Oops. I didn't know there was a difference. I just. Oh, it even says it on the foil.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Um,
Okay, don't worry. Hold on, hold on,
apart,
hold on. Hold on, don't worry. Do, 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 do.
how quick can you run to your shop? No. Um,
Um,
well, why don't we just go for the gold tonight? Could do a two-parter. As in, well, it just depends. Are you available any other nights this week?
Yeah, man, definitely. Um,
Because I will find this fucking blonde and throw it into the back of my van tomorrow.
you playing GTA again, dude? Sexy. Everything about it so sexy. You don't even know what we got. Half a dozen episodes of drinking gut rot. Oh yeah, yeah. Welcome, fans of both sultry award-winning vocals and also beer, but obviously beer to a lesser extent, to the Lager Logs Points of View with Thomas Dew. I'm two. He's Som. Say hello, Som.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello.
We haven't been drinking yet, we promise.
No.
Uh,
We are emotionally ruined.
yes, your favourite Rugrats have popped a fresh pair of Huggies on, hopped the playpen, and are ready to wreak havoc in the Points of View Tavern once again. Tommy and Stu Pickle live here at your service. When I say service, just to be clear, I don't mean your funeral service. That'd be unfortunate. I hope everyone out there is still alive. If you're listening to a coffin lid, that'd be a bit inconvenient. Hopefully you got buried with a glass tumbler. That's what I normally use when I hear my neighbours arguing. But times like that, I just wish I was dead. I'm not actually deceased.
How are you,
Stu,
Tom?
I'm,
I'm just
I'm
going to cut you off there.
A-okay, buddy.
Good.
Another week of just being a great human being, helping old cars cross the road, rescuing branches from trees, entering burning buildings to rescue fire alarms. Just, a normal week in the life of a man who was voted most likely to get older in my high school yearbook. And how are you, you absolute beverage beast?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. It's been a good week.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I managed to secure that full-time job.
Woo! We're celebrating tonight, big boy.
The fucking summer weather's coming out. I had a little
yeah,
barbecue. Got a little holiday next week. Yeah, it's all looking rosy.
Buddy, it's all going down. Because this evening we have another incredible lineup. We've got an old favourite with an invite to the chocolate factory. Yes. We'll be sampling Wychwood's Hobgoblin Gold, and then we'll be mingling with the Brussels Bourgeois and having a blast on Leffes or Leffas. Yes, I double checked the pronunciation. Blonde Belgian Ale. Tonight, let's hope blondes do indeed have more fun.
You know, fancy a brunette instead.
Normally, but tonight I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Stu, are you familiar with these two beers this evening?
No, for the chance of tasting them. But yeah, I obviously I'm well established with the Hobgoblin Wychwood Brewery.
Yep.
Leffe was always that bottle on the shelf and was like, that's a bit of a big bottle. No
That's
need for that.
One night, yeah.
So Yeah, that's like, oh yeah, maybe if I fucking win at the bowls, and then I'm on the green when my left is shaking it.
It's what we all aspire to.
But
Are you
yeah,
thirsty?
oh definitely.
Do you want to have a beer with your old chum, Tom?
If I have to, I'll listen to him.
Seeing as you're here, I'm here. Let's do this. The first beer of tonight is Hobgoblin Gold. Let's crack 'em open, my man. Very thirsty work, all this, podcasting and stuff. Jeez. Right. Going for the pour. Master Stewart is over there. I'm going hobo style once again.
Just sucking the top off the bowl.
As per
Strong
usual.
flavors coming out of this.
Yeah, dude. Really kind of really nice smell to it, yeah. Pretty strong flavor on the nose there. Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Yeah. It's nice. I think it obviously benefits from being really cold because it's got that kind of refreshing, thirst quenching flavor to it. It's nice. It's not too hoppy, kind of subtle hoppiness to it, but it's crisp, man. It's really crisp.
Yes, that is what my immediate thought was. It has a nice crisp kind of taste to it, bitter aftertaste, but yeah, just immediately refreshing.
Really nice. So yeah, guys, we've covered Wychwood twice on the podcast already as the main attraction. So I'd hate to bore our devoted, loyal listeners with their backstory or their back history again, as we covered them last episode. But if this is your first episode, and frankly, I'm amazed if you're still listening at this point. I'd hate for you to be in the dark without a spark, but you guys should really stop smoking without the lights on. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Hobgoblin Gold is a 4.2% golden beer from show favourite Wychwood Brewery, coming straight out of Witney, Oxfordshire. The brewery began life as a barley malt house in 1841, and after a couple of name changes throughout the decades, they started brewing in 1990 as Wychwood Brewery, named after the nearby ancient Wychwood Forest. Although they're packing an entire catalogue of historic releases, seasonal ales, and a current lineup of modern-day treats, Hobgoblin is their flagship family, which contains not only their firstborn, the original Hobgoblin, but also the steroid-abusing granddad, King Goblin, their long-lost cousin from Bombay, Hobgoblin IPA, and what we're drinking tonight, the golden child, Hobgoblin Gold. He always gets special treatment, and I don't like it.
Oh, I was surprised that they never gave it a fancy little name.
I think that's pretty good. Have you got something better in mind?
Just Hobgoblin Gold beer. Like, why don't you just call it Golden Child? Or because what was the other one?
A bit more.
You had was it Firestarter, Dice Man?
Yeah, they got some good names. Five Head. Yeah, it's interesting, but I think they probably want to keep it obviously familiar. Like, guys, this is still Hobgoblin that you know and love. It's just a little bit zingier.
I mean,
that was a little bit of a burp just for the audience. It wasn't for you. It's for them.
I feel it's the difference between just doing a quick Google search or just corporate just telling you to shut up and print the labels.
It could be a nice blend of both. Would you think it maybe Hobgoldin would be better?
So that's why you don't work in marketing.
Yes, Stu, please, if you would be so kind,
with the deep cuts,
inform me, good sir, of your last beers watched.
Yes,
do it, dude.
I've had a few, which is probably why it hurts so much to live. But barbecue at the weekend, I reunited myself with Innocent Guns IPA, the gunpowder IPA. Then tried a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale, just reminiscing after our episode with Man's Brown
Right.
Ale. Just wanted to confirm that the Nookie Brown was better.
You like that obviously a bit more than the man's.
Yeah, it was kind of the thought of, right, we're having a barbecue today. It's raw and sunny outside. Kind of what I could do with just like kind of a nice, icy, nice cold beer,
Mm.
and just Newcastle Brown Ale looked like the fucking ticket. So it didn't come off too well after following it with Innocent Guns IPA.
Yeah.
It had an extra bitterness to it, which kind of took away that memory of a sweet brown ale. But that's
Yeah.
my fault.
Yeah, no, of course the IPA probably a bit more kind of complex in terms of its flavour. How was it IPA? Because I still have not managed to track that one down.
Oh, it's a lovely. Um,
It's the white bottle, is it?
yeah, the white label.
Yeah.
Aye, just really great citrus, floral, like aroma to it. Dead easy to drink.
Lovely.
Goes great with a burger.
Who would have thought, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Beer, barbecue. What?
That's the two bees that I want together in the beehive of my life.
And after finding out my news about securing this full-time permanent
You got
job,
smashed.
I thought, brilliant. The first thought was, I'm going to go buy myself that bottle of McEwen's Champion and just
Because
pretend
you
like
are
I've
a champion.
exactly just got to pretend I've won at the bowls again. Just shaking a bottle, spraying down the elderly. But no, I
Less
was
about your social life, please.
pleasantly surprised that my local Asda's have completely changed their beer stock, and it's a whole brand new variety of beer I've never seen.
More kind of a
And
summer seasonal.
yeah, like a lot of what I think it was Siren craft beer and a lot of new types. Even Trooper is in Asda's now, and but the fact that I saw St Austell Brewery's Proper Job, I thought, man, this nails it, like proper job. So after being told by my employer that I couldn't post about my successful job application on Facebook,
Secretive.
I
Very
just shared a post saying, "Oh, brilliant! I finally got a proper job."
Why did you not inform me of this earlier? This is
Yeah, I should probably share that with you.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, I just thought, fuck it, I want to celebrate. Let's mark this occasion.
Dude, incredible,
So,
amazing. Yeah, it's a nice brewski, that one is. Yeah,
it was intense. I found it. It says itself on the bottle, powerfully hopped IPA, like 5.5%, but it was really used. I think you nailed it when you told me it had a great zing to it.
yeah.
And yeah, it was definitely kind of had a nice kick to it. It probably, I don't know, if this describes itself as a powerfully hopped IPA, maybe I'm more of a fan of like the softer IPAs because whilst we've said it a million times, I've become a fan of like the IPA style of beer. I'm not a fan of Brewdog's Punk IPA. And I think the other one, Dead Pony Club, I think is another.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a pale ale or an IPA, but I always feel like I quite enjoy my IPAs and pale ales. Why the hell could I not enjoy like the more famous branded one? But I think maybe if it's a strong IPA and not labeled as a like a DIPA, how you get your doubles.
Yeah.
Like, was it Broughton Ales had that good double IPA? I think when I know I'm buying a strong IPA, I'm kind of expecting that bitter kick. So with this one, it was nice. It was drinkable. It got me through the podcast I recorded last night. But again, it just I was gonna say it's too intense for my liking. But
Yeah. No, I think I know what you're saying, Bugs. I think sometimes it can go too much into a certain flavor territory, and it kind of leaves you cold a little bit. It's It's like, I think a good example for me would be obviously with stouts. Like, as much as I love stouts and I love a little bit of kind of like maybe nuttiness there to it. If it goes too far into kind of that territory of like kind of coffee, or if it goes from being a hint to like an actual flavor, it doesn't quite work for me. It goes a bit too much into kind of flavor town.
Aye.
It kind of leaves me cold. So I think it's just getting that right level of
Yeah, find
flavor,
a
and
nice
you seem to be doing a
balance.
good job of finding stuff that that kind of meets those taste requirements you have.
Yes.
But yeah, man, it's a nice one. But yeah, it seems like is that everything?
Yes.
That's
Aye.
it's a nice little weekend. That's not just a week. That's a weekend, dude. That was just everything. Is that how you doing it now? You go drive for like 6.5 days, and then you do everything in one afternoon.
Pretty much.
That's healthy. I'd recommend that to everybody.
That's not what the doctor
Uh,
said, but yeah. Oh, Tom. Thomas Williams the third.
shh,
I'm sorry.
don't reveal my full name on
I hope
that.
the government wasn't listening.
No, I still go by T-Bone on the podcast, obviously.
Oh,
So don't.
HMRC's just joined the chat. That's worrying. Just tell me about your beers, Tom.
So
You've been thirsty this week
I've been
for beer. Keep it. No, tone it
story of my
down.
life.
Come on, like you've just gotten out of
so,
hospital now. Let's.
so for me, man, yeah, last weekend, historic moment, first pint of beer in a pub for a year or so.
Oh,
Well, a beer garden. I've been avoiding or delaying my return as, booking, queuing seems like such a bother. But yeah, the weekend, weather was beautiful, the stars aligned, and kind of off the cuff managed to solid snake my way into a local establishment to sink a few. And it was the perfect storm, as it was a black country ale pub. Shout
oh,
out. And that meant I wasn't leaving until I'd sampled everything. It'd be a crime not to. So, yeah, all cask ales, all local brewskis, and the big three in this line for me was. Are you familiar with this show? I think we've talked about this before in the past. Like,
I don't think so. Maybe if I had like looked up some of the labels, it
yeah.
might ring a bell. But you know what would have helped is if maybe you send me some pictures of these
Oh yeah.
beers
Oh, I got a beer map for you.
for our like
Yeah.
Instagram. You know,
That would
social
be.
media,
We could put that.
50-50.
We could put that on social media. That's okay.
Oh yeah, I'll just take the perfect screen grab of
Is that all
that.
right? Take a screen grab of that and bang that on. Add a filter.
Ah,
That's gonna be beautiful.
banged.
Did you get that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
screenshot was added to your
Perfect.
Dropbox.
Right.
That's
Fortunately, I was a
not a
bit
double
too
entendre.
busy. I was a bit too busy drinking heavily to take pictures, but you know what? Thanks for the heads up on that. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna make sure I do that next time I'm out. But
Be
yeah,
that brat in the pub with your phone out, taking a picture of the
illegal,
perfect pints.
illegal, buddy. So yeah, they're all cask ales, as I said. And the kind of the big three for me were I think there's about 6 or 7 in the line. But the big three for me were the BFG, Bradley's Finest Golden, which
Oh,
is very drinkable, quite hoppy golden ale. And I think because of its resemblance to more of a kind of light IPA, or more of an American pale ale, I should say, it at
yeah.
least stood out a little for me when compared to your other golden ales. Because as I
Right.
say, like I do like Hobby Gold, and that one's fantastic. But I can't really list a lot of golden ales that I really, really dig. The quest obviously continues to find one. Pig on the Wall is their mild. I think it's a 4.3% beer, but tastes very light, very subtle flavor. Got that kind of like nuttiness I love in a mild. Like I was saying before, like this is a perfect example. Not a stout, it's a mild, but it's got that. It's not too overbearing in terms of flavor. It's not
Right.
leaning too much into coffee or chocolate. It's just kind of
hmm
perfect level of flavor for me. But the winner is their Fireside, a strong bitter, very smooth, very satisfying. It's a little bit more fruitier than your average bitter,
Hmm.
but not unwelcome at all, and gives it a very unique flavour. But yeah, lovely stuff. I think if there's anyone out there that's a bit unsure about cask ale, I think the Black Country stuff is a good place to start.
Yeah.
If you're local to the area and remember to bring your ID. But yeah, check them out. But yeah, highly recommended. From me, Stu, how we feeling about this brewski? Tell me. It'll be our little secret. No one else is listening. I promise.
I know I've checked our numbers. Yeah, it's nice. It's one of these ones where it's just easier to drink as you work your way through the bottle. It's just kind of a nice, refreshing little beer.
I agree. As I was saying, I'm not a huge fan of Golden Ale. I think it's a great middle ground between your lager and your bitter, but
yeah,
just haven't had that many that have managed to click for me yet. But as I mentioned earlier, that a BFG is a lovely one. Cast your mind back, bud, and this might be a while ago, but we did cover Wainwright Golden Ale on our season 1 finale. How do you think this compares? If you can remember.
Yeah, I kind of remember it. Did we chose to finish our podcast with that one, wasn't it? We went with the pedigree, then the EPA, and then Wainwright.
Yeah.
I feel right now I'm enjoying this more, but
that's because it's there in front of you.
Right in front of me.
You're drinking it.
Still tasting it on my tongue. That other one is a memory. I can't taste memories, Tom.
Thank God.
But
I can't. Yeah, I haven't had it. I don't think I've had it since we did the show. But I remember kind of thinking it obviously very similar. Taste profile. It being a golden ale. Kind of got that Christmas to it. But yeah, I think I might put Hobby Gold just above it, possibly. I've had this on draft, and it's as it is now, very nice, refreshing beer. But yeah, on draft, it's it's beautiful. But I'm more prone to not back an OG Hobby 9 times out of 10 if both of them are on draft. But this is great too if you want something, as I say, kind of in between a lager and a bitter. This is a very good option.
Yeah.
Okay, Stu, second beer of tonight. We have a first for the show. Leffes.
I was like, beer?
Blonde. Yeah, I think it's a beer. Maybe have a look inside the bottle. Maybe have a little investigation over there and report back on your findings.
I think the lads will like this. Ready?
Ooh, Happy New Year! Oh no, have I gone early? I always do that.
Oh, it smells strong.
Woo! A real kind of like a tartness coming off that, right?
It's not like a stout, but
I get like an appley kind of cidery kind of crispness in the nostrils there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I was like, it almost smells Belgian. I was like, no shit, Sherlock.
How did you guess?
So
it's not like it's on the front of the bottle or anything. I don't know how you come up with this stuff. It's crazy.
But mostly it's like a 6.6 volume. So you could probably tell with the smell. It's like this is stronger than your average.
Well, it's definitely a blonde to take to bed, I think. Let's crack into it, buddy. Let's have a taste and kind of see what we think. See whether the taste matches the aromas. Oh, here we go. I can feel the Mission Impossible music coming on.
It's got a nice colour to it.
Really nice, man. Yeah, very Almost like a shiny golden hue to it. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Let's just do the
Yeah, I
through
mean
the lens. Oh,
it
that's
almost
not good for me at all.
it almost wow, that's not good. That's
Yeah,
not enjoyable.
let's not
I
mess
don't
around with
ever
the
want to
camera
go
anymore.
into a house of mirrors with you. Let's scratch that off the date list, Stu. Uh, but yeah, it almost looks like a cider as well to me.
Yeah.
Kind of just the body of it and the colour. But cheers, mate.
Mm. Cheers. Oh, I fill the bottle again. I see.
Hmm.
You know what? I kind of almost get that apple cider vibe to it now.
Yeah, yeah. It's got like a. It's crisp. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
really crisp. And definitely kind of refreshing. But yeah, it's got that kind of like malty kind of cider taste to it.
Yeah,
Really interesting.
kind of like a Magna. It's not like a really fruity cider, but just like a
Hmm.
strong, kind of like an apple
Yeah, yeah, no, I think
cider.
you're right there, bud. So yeah, as we said, this is Leffe or Leffers Blonde, which is a pale or golden Belgian ale, standing at a cheeky 6.6%. Leffe, known for marketing their brewskis as Abbey beers, them being first produced in a monastery in Belgium, or in the, I should say, the Belgian province of Namur,
Mm-hmm.
as far back as 1240. I didn't even know that was a year. I just thought it was a time. So that's crazy. And was built during a plague-gripped Europe to prepare healthy or a healthy, invigorating beverage that would kill germs during the fermentation process.
I don't know. I thought
Was the original intent?
like we're doomed. Let's get hammered.
There was a little bit of that, yeah, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Tough times,
Mm-hmm.
man. The Abbey has survived floods, fires, and the French Revolution to continue getting soldiers, priests, and plain old Joe Public pissed up to this very day. Yeah, they have a very sexy catalogue of very
A
unique
very misleading
beers.
catalogue.
You have your Leffe Brewing or Brown, which I don't know whether you're familiar with that beverage, Stu. And that's a dark
Hmm.
Belgian ale at a
Does
measly 6.5%.
does that look similar to the blonde?
No, it's completely different. It's in like a green bottle with an orange label, and it says "This is not blonde ale" on the front.
What is the foil the
So
same though?
you would have to be an absolute idiot to confuse the two, I
A complete
think.
ass.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
They
No,
have
we're better than that.
they have beers shooting all the way up to 9%. They have their Ritual Nine, which is
Lethal.
a Ritual Nine, which is a strong pale ale. They also have a honey infused golden ale called
Different.
Leffe Nectar, which sounds pretty lovely
Yeah, it sounds
indeed.
about right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a quite kind of unique catalog and something I think to investigate further. I think it's that time of the night where we should take a peek into the minds of our listeners, and no, we don't mean in a scanners kind of way. Although I've seen a few of your guys' coconuts on Instagram, and they're definitely, in my eyes, very explodable. It's listeners' questions.
Play the music. Oh
That
wait.
is the music. That's the listeners' question music. I just made it up on the spot.
Wow.
That's going forward. That's what it's going to be. I hope we remember next episode.
I hope you remember that rhythm, the
Of
beat,
course I
the
will.
tune. You have to write it down.
I'm going to write it down right now.
This cunt just spilled gold right in front of us.
A hash, a B. Is it hash? I think it's pronounced when it's got like
I
a
think it was clap, clap, clap,
B.
clap,
Yeah,
clap, clap.
like a C, kind of sharp. You
Listener questions.
Woo! Right, let's do it. We've got first question of this evening. We have Vinny's drink reviews, and he asks us, you and me, what's the best non-craft lager? And Stu, I'm going to hand it over to you right now because I've accidentally spit on my laptop, and I'm going to just clean it up a little bit while you answer.
Oh, you're making it worse. You're smudging it. Oh, Jesus. Anyway,
Index.
best, just lager, like not craft lager. To be honest, I never kind of think craft lager just because there doesn't. From what I see, there isn't a lot of craft lager. I think the only times I have seen a craft lager is maybe from Stuart's Brewing, where it actually says on the bottle
Yeah.
craft lager. But if it is just your standard old lager, what's the best one? I feel like I should have a more interesting answer than Budweiser, because that's just like a reliable go-to. Don't know
Yeah.
what to say. Play it safe. Say Budweiser,
Yeah,
because
if you're not gonna have, say, your brew dogs or your, as you say, your Stewart Brewing or something like that. If you're just in the supermarket and you wanted a lager, I think that'd be a pretty decent option, to be honest.
it'd be that, or occasionally I would maybe have a fondness for Foster's, but it's those big tins. I could get like into two, and my night would be over. Like there would be either no stopping or I'd just pass out.
I mean, I think your world would be turned upside down if you were drinking Foster's.
Oh, jeez, oh, no,
Who's that? Is that the
yeah,
Italian Jesus? He sounds like a nice guy from his description. I think Stu's
he's on fire.
got a good point there. If you're in the supermarket, you want something a bit cheap and cheerful, a nice kind of lager fix. I don't think Bud's a bad option. I think it depends on what you're after, but I think if you're looking for a more premium taste, a more diverse taste from a kind of big brewery lager, I'd always look to
Miller.
the Pilsners.
Oh,
Never again after that night. Carlsberg Export really surprised me when we covered it a couple of months ago.
Aye.
That's one I would definitely recommend checking out. The kind of obviously the new recipe, and obviously that it was also the kind of the export version as well. I think it really gave it a lot of oomph compared to the standard version. And I love a crisp Holston Pils out the bottle, a classic, and I would definitely recommend that. Are you aware of this brewski? Are you writing things down? Get that book out. Yeah. Have you had that one before?
Wait, the
No.
Carlsberg.
No, the Holston Pils. The thing
I
I
was like,
just
we
said.
just done it on
When you just stop listening, like when I began that sentence, the thing I said after you stopped listening.
What was that? Sorry.
Are you receiving me? Hello?
I'm going through a tunnel.
You're going through something.
It's like daylight in here. I'm sorry.
You're going through something.
You're
I think
up.
senile is where you're going.
What was the name of that Pilsner? Sorry.
Holston Pils.
That sounds crafty.
There's no craft involved to that one. It just miraculously just shows up in the factory and they slap a label on it and they just send it out.
Get out there.
Like a miracle beer.
Okay, I'll look out for it.
Yeah, have a look, buddy. Wholeheartedly recommended to you and the listeners. Or B, your international pale lagers, your Hop House 13.
Yeah, see, I wanted to kind of say that since that's my go-to just now, but I thought too crafty. But saying it, it's from Guinness, so it's kind of there's no small independentness about it.
No, man, I think it almost tastes like a craft lager, but it's not a craft lager. So I would definitely recommend it. Your Asahi, or even your Qingdaos or your Chang. I mean, they offer a very different experience compared to your bog standard, American lagers. Although they're cheap and cheerful, they're quite simple. But I think if you want a kind of a nice, refreshing kind of hit, yeah, go for your Buds or your Fosters. Stu's recommendation, not mine. But if you want something kind of a little bit spicier, a little bit more complex, yeah, go for your Pilsners or your international pale lagers. That'd be a short list from moi.
See, this is why it works. I have limited to no knowledge of beer and a very basic set of very basic taste.
You've only had a mouthful of beer, so I'm getting concerned right now.
Maybe I've been drinking all day.
You sound like you have been.
But Tom, he has the experience, he has the knowledge and history. Clearly, he has a problem, but we're
Yes.
exploiting it
Yeah.
for this podcast.
That's literally what you said to me when we started this podcast. You said you've got issues. Do you know what I mean? You've got a problem.
You've
But
got them.
let's
I
use it.
haven't.
Let's utilize it. Let's make a show based around it. And you lied to me because you said it was going to be the road to recovery, but
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
think it is. It
you
doesn't feel like
calling
it.
me 2 or
I'm
3 times a
confused.
week was a cry for help, and I thought I could exploit this for social media gains. Oh, when he fucks up something, I'm gonna put on Instagram and just watch those double digits come in.
That's what friends are for, guys, listeners out there. Come on, I bet you wish you had a relationship like this, don't you? Jeez, I bet you think your friend was as hot like Stu.
Next
Hot
question,
as
Monkey
Stu.
Boy.
That's a good song, and I was just trying to enjoy it, Stu, and my own rendition, but you spoiled it. Question 2, I suppose. Do you think this comes from Katie Fax 58? Nice name,
Snap out
Katie.
of it.
Do you
Be
think
motivated.
it's important to
You're
have?
not reading a letter out of fucking That's Life.
Do you think Katie Fax 58 asks is it important to have the correct shaped glass for different beers? Circular thingy that looks like a C but it's stretched out, like they do in Belgium. Circular thing that looks like a C stretched out but flipped? Question
Brackets, Tom.
mark.
Brackets.
Ah, I knew there was something missing last time I bought that shelf from IKEA. Well, Stu, do you want to take this one again? Do you want to go first? I'm gonna have a little drink.
Why do I have to do all the work on this podcast? You just come here and drink.
What? Outrageous. I'm the one that presses the start recording button, and I'm the one that presses the stop recording button. So come on.
Here's me over here pressing your buttons.
Slack, man. Pick up the slack. Yeah, you dialed an incorrect number, you piece of shit.
So 6.6%. You're right. Jesus. Look at us go. You fucking put a blonde between us. And look at us turn into fucking pair of alphas tearing into each other. Jeez,
well, I guess I'm going to have to take this one then. Well, I think for me...
I've already forgot the question.
Geez.
Does Katie Fax? I mean, Fax is quite outdated, but like send an email. Thank you if you're still listening to the podcast. Thank you. Cheers.
Shout out to everyone still listening to the podcast. Yeah. So this might sound controversial, but I've only come across very superficial reasons for certain glasses. Like some glasses have wider mouths to more easily showcase the beer's smell, or some glasses like the Stein have a handle so the beer doesn't warm up in your hand too quickly. I get it, but no, I mean, me personally, I'm not too finicky about the presentation of my beer. I'll happily settle with drinking from a shoe or a thimble or a pocket. I'm easy, baby. It's possibly something to discover or look more into in the future, but for now, for me, a pint glass is perfect. Well, not right now, as I'm still experimenting, as I said, with my hobo drinking style. But, next time in the pub or museum or picking up the kids from school. But what do you have to say on the matter?
When you sent me this question and had a little look into it, I thought I'd try and do some research to have a somewhat intelligent answer. But I feel like when it comes to the presentation of a glass for a drink, it really is more of a wine thing. Like they kind of have like what I'm holding here is like a stem glass.
Yeah.
But I feel like these are normally more for wine tasting. I feel like wine has that more sophisticated edge to it, where I don't know, they swish it around, they have a little sniff, take a little swig, they spit it in a bucket.
Yeah.
I never understand that last part.
You think there's a severe lack of buckets when it comes to beer tasting?
I paid £3.50 for this. I'm no fucking spitting it out.
You think that bucket should come with it, or it should basically factor into the purchase price?
Just forget about the bucket. I am the bucket.
You
Pour
are
it
the
into
bucket.
me.
Okay. So who's the mop? What is the mop? I'm getting confused.
Nothing's been spilled here, Tom.
So Stu, would these be recommendations from you tonight?
I think so. That
Mm.
the Leffe Blonde. Actually, you've nailed it when you're saying it's kind of almost like a cidery type of beer, where it's kind of, this is going to be your perfect summer beer. If you end up getting a cheeky little 4-pack, it'll be kind of nice little bottles to polish off at a barbecue.
Definitely.
A nice alternative to cider. Whereas the Hobgoblin Gold, I feel like that's more concentrated. That's kind of got a
like
stronger
orange
vibe.
juice.
Less pulp.
Okay.
More fizz.
Okay. How much fiction does it have? Yeah, man, I think that I would say that I think the Hobby Gold is definitely one of the best golden ales, and I would recommend it if you were looking for something in that category. And yeah, Leffe, I like it. I don't know whether I'm a huge fan of it. It's definitely drinkable. But yeah, I just think the cider quality of it definitely kind of almost puts me off a little bit. Yeah, it's a strange beverage. A strange beverage, but a very interesting beverage. So because of that, I would recommend it, definitely.
If you had a fiver and you're in Asda's and they've got Hobgoblin Gold beer or Leffe Blonde or Brown.
Yeah.
Which way do you spend that fiver?
I buy 5 bottles of Banks Bitter.
Tom, don't look for the secret option.
That's the secret option, dude. Come on. It's got to be.
Right, you're not getting a fiver off of me. If you're just going to be all fucking wild card and go off and buy your own beer, I was just asking, blonde or gold? Not brown. Never buy brown.
I would go Hobby Gold.
And
I think it's the more kind of I don't know. It's the more familiar.
The more beer.
It's the more familiar tasting beer for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I would probably go to that. If I was feeling a bit fruity, I'd go Leffe. Or if I wanted to kind of, show someone a more kind of interesting beer, I'd go Leffe. But for reliability, I'd go Hobby Gold.
Fair enough.
What about you, Stu?
I think if I had a fiver to spend, I would probably go for the little 4-pack of Leffe Blonde.
Good call.
So,
good shout, man. I'm glad you liked it, buddy. Fantastic. So, guys, that was our thoughts on 2 lovely brewskis. I think it's that time to sign off on another cracking episode, and that's not just my knuckles. My sobriety definitely has a few worrying lines running down the middle of it. Stu, it's that time of the evening where we let technology, for some reason, make decisions for us. Let's get post-apocalyptic and pissed alcohiptic. That's Italian for alcoholic. Stu, pound that red button and summon the hoop of hops. Here we go. This is what everyone's been waiting for. This is where the drama happens now. This is the cliffhanger.
What
the cliffhanger that's resolved.
Let's tell them what's left. I'm going to keep talking over you.
Sour beer, red ale, mild, barley wine, wheat beer, and Sky Shale. So, Stu, let us know what we're going to be combining next week.
And go.
Spinning that or not? What was? Okay, yeah, it's happening. It's happening right now. Oh, we got a sour beer. Interesting, very interesting. That'll be something we haven't covered on the show before, so looking forward.
It's a type of beer I've never known to exist. Other than when you look at Instagram and there are people having like all these cherry beers or like raspberry beers, like that's not beer. That was like a fruit smoothie.
Normally, what happens is that you have a Haribo. You get the Tangtastics. And you have that with a can of Carlin, and it's basically the same thing. So we'll probably just do that. I mean, considering the budget that we have for the show, we'll probably just roll with that.
That's questionable.
Like most things I do.
Okay, so
Right.
what will
What we
we?
got?
Yeah, what are we going to compare? What are we going to match with a fucking sour? Was it a sour ale or a sour beer?
Sour beer, buddy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably none of these go with a sour beer, but let's find out.
It's going to be very interesting.
Spinning, and it
Oh, yeah, we got a Scottish ale. Beautiful.
mhm.
Very patriotic, buddy. Very patriotic. What? Very patriotic. Do you want to? You can edit that out as well, Stu. It's fine. Add that to the notes. Oh, mate, fantastic combination. I think again, I don't think we have done a Scottish ale on the show before, so that'd be a very interesting combination for next week. Looking forward to it, man.
A sour Scot. I don't believe it.
A sour Scott. Yeah, you're gonna have company next week for sure. But guys, so yeah, tune in for that. It's a wrap on this one. Thank you for being here. You, yes, you. I'm talking to you, not you. Well, you a
Him.
little bit. Listeners, I mean you as in Stu in the latter part of that initial statement, but you guys in the former. You say former, I say farmer. Let's call the whole thing calf.
Oh
It's
God.
at the Lager Logs for our social medias. Stu, how are we looking over there, my friend? I want an accurate count of how many unfollows we've had the past 24 hours.
Well, we've definitely had -2.
What?
I'm pretty sure we lost 2 followers this week. I'm like, good riddance, because I probably unfollowed 5 people myself. Because either your quality, your Instagram wasn't good enough, or just I don't know, I don't like you, so I'm
Stu
gonna lose you.
taking out the trash. I'm sorry,
So
guys, but
we're sitting at 180 followers, which is a very nice and even number. Um,
it's been fantastic. I think the social media has really come, or at least the Instagram has really kind of come into its own this season, and we appreciate people kind of following it and kind of joining in on the fun over there. And if we can get to the big 200, I'm probably definitely going to post nudes to the internet. So you got that to look forward to, guys.
Wait a minute, that means you have to send them to me first.
Exactly how I planned it.
And sorry, that laugh was far dirtier than I expected it to be. God damn it. I've finished this Leffes.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. All right.
It's an empty bottle. I
Better
have
you
now
than
poured.
me.
This
You
went down
okay?
surprisingly more smooth than I expected.
Guys, join us again next week for more liquid lunacy in a lickety split. Bon voyage, Booze Hounds. Say goodbye, Stu.
Goodbye, Stu. Yes.
Okay, man. Don't worry about it. Let's do it. Crosswise, buddy. It's okay.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed at how sober I'm going to be at the end of this show.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Hit the music. The 10-second silence. Just do that instead.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay, that's fine. Does that count as silence?
Opposite.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a bit disappointing. I put a lot of hard work into that then, so just shot me down a little bit, but it's fine.
I put
Just
all
as
that
I'm
effort
about
in.
to do the intro as well.
I was putting all that effort into getting the beer.
And look what happened. I'm sure I asked you last night or the night before. You got the blonde, and you said yeah. I'm certain.
I didn't know that.
Because I
just
thought it
thought
might be a
Leffe
bit
was a blonde
confusing.
beer, and that was it. I didn't know there was a family.
There's a family.
Jesus Christ!
Don't worry about
I'm losing sleep over it.
Right. It's okay. Let's have a little bit of silence, please, and I will get into the intro. What have you done to me, Stu? What have you done to me?
I'm keeping you on your fucking toes. That's what I'm doing.
But you keep me on my toes so much, I'm resembling Billy Elliot right now. It's not comfortable.